What's going on, everybody? I am the TheGamingRaptor and welcome back to another Elden Ring build video. In today's video, I'm gonna be going over the Milady in today's video, y'all. So I have recently been playing with the Milady, and all I can say, guys, is that this weapon is so good. You can make this weapon into anything you want to, and you could just go at it with different bosses and get crazy amounts of damage with this weapon. It's honestly a really good weapon, and it has a really unique stance called the wing stance that you can also get with this weapon as an Ash of War, and it's all just really awesome, dude. So I'm gonna be going over my build today in this video and showing you guys what I went with to make this build work. So if you do enjoy today's video, be sure to leave a like, comment down below what you think of the Milady, and subscribe if you're new to the Ratapad to join the Ratapad today. But let's get straight into it. Alright, so the weapon that I am holding is the Milady, of course, and this is a quality Milady. You can definitely change it to be quality, cold, poison, bleed, or anything. I went with quality, just to stick with just the natural thing of quality being like B for strength and B for dex, so that's what I'm going to go for. The Milady itself is a light greatsword, so it's another class. The light greatsword is a new class within the Shadow of the Earth tree as well, and it's a standard / piercing weapon, and I also have the wing stance that you can get with the Milady itself. Is at Castle Ends, and for the physical attack power it has is 229 plus 340, so that's not that bad when it's a quality weapon. And for the attributes required to wield this weapon, you have to have a strength of 12 and a dexterity of 17. Since I'm going for quality, the scaling itself will be at a strength for B, and dexterity will be B as well. And I also did say, like, you can change the Ash of War to be different. You don't have to go for the wing stance. You can go for anything else if you want to. You can go for repeating thrust if you want to, or if you want, you can go for sword dance. You can go for anything really, just to make the Milady work in your favor. I just think the wing stance is just awesome and I enjoy it, so I went with quality for it. Now here are the different affinities that you can do with the Milady itself. So if you were to go for the magic route, you'd be going for more intelligence than for strength and dexterity for quality. This is for faith right here, so if you were to go for faith, you get a C in faith really. Here's poison, going for arcane. Here's like the 2 arcane builds that you can go for poison and bleed. I mean, I've heard some things about the Milady in bleed. It's not that bad, honestly. I'll have to look at that again, but it's really not that bad if you're going for a bleed build for the Milady. And there have been people that have also went with cold for the Milady, and they've done really well with it too. I mean, it still has a B in dexterity. It's just you'll have to go a bit more in intelligence if you want to, just to make the cold work. But it is up to you, honestly. And the cold itself is more into like arcane, so it's not that bad either. But I highly recommend for anyone that is new trying to go for the Milady, just go straight for quality. A quality build wouldn't be too bad whatsoever. Now here is the Ash of War that I'm using. It's the wing stance. This is what the wing stance looks like. All you gotta do is just hold down the left trigger itself, and you'll basically go into the Ash of War wing stance here. And you can go for any combos that you want to. So you can go for like R1, 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 R1 again if you want to. You can continue doing it while you're in the stance. You can continue doing R1 to get these light attacks. And if you want to, you can combo it with R2, which is the right trigger, and you can go for a big attack that does really cool damage too. So you just want to see, all you want to do is just practice this really, and just try to mix it up from time to time. And that's not the only weapon that I am taking. I'm also taking a seal for the Milady itself. Now I'm taking the Golden Order seal, and the reason why I'm taking the seal is to, well, just use Golden Vow. Now there is another seal that I can highly recommend you guys to go for, and that's the Claw Mark seal. Just to use Golden Vow really, nothing else. You don't have to use any bestial cantations or anything. I just say going for the Claw Mark seal is another good one because it's so easy to get. All you got to do is just go to Garank, which is basically the bestial sanctum. You just got to go to where that pond is, and there will be a portal in the back of it. You go into that portal, you go straight to the bestial sanctum, and it's behind here at the Third Church America here. You just gotta go right here and you'll basically go to that portal in the back there, and once you go into that portal, you'll be transported all the way up here to the bestial sanctum where Garank is, and you'll basically get the eye and the claw mark seal. But you got to do those Death Roots quest line too, just to get more for him. But that's a whole different story. You can go with the Claw Mark seal to make it a bit easier for yourself, or you can go for the Golden Order seal. Now you will have to put a bit into intelligence and faith. Now you will have to put some points into intelligence a bit just to get the seal, just to hold the seal really. And faith itself, you can get the faith to like 25, and that's it. Like, you don't have to go any further. Just go to 25 faith and you'll be fine. All right, so here's the armor that I'm running for this build. Now I have the navy hood. Hood, and I also have Rolana's armor and the Coconut Knight gauntlets, and I also am running the Royal Knight Greaves set too. I really wanted to go with more of a royal kind of knightess really, just to make the Milady look really good with the Royal Knightess kind of like look for my build here. And I like it, it looks really cool. Alright, next we're going to be going over the talismans on what I'm using for the Milady. So for the first one here, we have the Shard of Alexander. It greatly boosts the attack power of skills, so it's going to be boosting the Ash of War and the damage that I do with the Ash of War itself. I'm also taking Rolana's cameo to enhance attacks executed after maintaining the same stance for a while. Now this talisman is really good for any kind of Ash of War that has stance in it, so it's mainly it enhances the attack after being executed. It's a really good for stances. I'm also taking the Rotten Wing Sword insignia, which greatly raises attack power with successful hits. So whenever I am hitting someone with a successful attacks, I will be boosting my damage with the Milady itself. So definitely will want to take this. And I'm also taking the Dragon Crest Grey Shield talisman to enormously boost physical damage negation, because you're going to be facing bosses that will do a lot of damage either in the DLC or in the game really. So highly recommend taking the Dragon Crest Grey Shield talisman. Now here are other recommended talismans. These are what I recommend if you ever want to take different talismans instead of the ones that I just named. So this first one here is the two-handed sword talisman. It enhances attacks with two-handed weapons. I mean, I sometimes will be two-handing the Milady, but I mean, it really is up to you if you want to take this one, but it's not that bad. There's also the Carrion Filigree Crest. If you want to lower the FP even more, you can, but I feel like it's okay where it is right now. There's also Millicent's Prosthesis, which boosts dexterity and raises the attack power with successful attacks as well. So it's the same thing as Rotten Wing Sword insignia. I just feel like the Rotten Wing Sword insignia is a bit better, but you can definitely take Millicent's Prosthesis and Rotten Wing Sword insignia together to make it work. And there's also the two-headed turtle talisman, which greatly raises the stamina recovery, since this will be taking a bit of stamina. So definitely would recommend taking the two-headed turtle talisman if you're just running low on stamina or whatnot. Alright everybody, so for the wondrous physik mix, I am taking the thorny crack tier and the green spill crystal tier. The reason why I'm taking the thorny crack tier is to temporarily boost successive attack power. So my attacks grow stronger whenever I am hitting my opponent really, so that's why I'm taking this one. And I'm also taking the green spill crystal tier to really just boost the stamina. That's really why I'm taking the green spill crystal tier. I was also thinking about taking the opaline hard tier, which temporarily boosts all damage negation in the physik. I mean, I was thinking about it, but I was like, nah, I want to go with something a bit different, but you can definitely take the opaline if you want to. And there's also the blood sucking crack tier, which is still really good to use with the builds too, but I feel like the blood sucking is a bit better with bleed builds. However, you can still take it with the Milady. I've honestly tested it. It's still pretty okay, honestly, so you can definitely take it with the Milady. However, you will be losing your HP, so you want to be careful with your HP. You don't want to be too aggressive when using the blood-sucking cracker too much. Whenever you're fighting another boss, you don't want to be too aggressive. You want to play a bit passive whenever you're fighting the boss. The great rune that I recommend is Radahn's Great Rune, as it does raise maximum HP, FP, and stamina. You can also go for Morgoth's Great Rune, as it does raise the HP, but I say Radahn's Great Rune is the best way to go.
Mogh.
So if you are looking for a level 200 build, here is what I recommend for you guys for level 200. So for vigor, I'm going for 60 vigor. You always got to go for 60 vigor, that way you don't get one shot or anything like that. For mine, I'm going for 38 mind, and for endurance, I'm going for 30 endurance. 38 mind, I mean, I'm going a bit over, but I wanted to go around there just because, I mean, you're going to be using the Ash of War a little bit much, so that's why I want to go for 38 mind. Endurance can be at 30 as well. Now for strength and dexterity, I decided to go for 50-50 for both of them, honestly. Since this is a quality build, just wanted to go 50-50, just to keep it simple like that. Intelligence, you want to have intelligence at 17 just to have the holding requirements for the golden order seal, really. So have intelligence right there at 17 and don't try to boost it no more. And faith, I would just put faith at 25, since you're just really going to be using golden vow and nothing else. You're not going to be using like Hellish Shibiri or flame grant me strength, just golden vow, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video, everybody. I do hope you guys enjoyed today's video on the Milady. I want to know what you guys think about the Milady in the comments down below. What do you guys think about the weapon? Do you guys think this weapon is awesome and you might try it out, or you think it's not your kind of weapon? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. And also let me know down below what you guys thought of the build as well. Do you think the build is really good, or do you think I need to change up some stuff to make it a bit better? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, guys, if you are new, feel free to subscribe to the Raptor Pack community today. Join the Raptor Pack, as we are trying to expand more into different games, even in the From Software games. So hopefully we can make something happen here in the Raptor Pack community. Again, I'm TheGamingRaptor. I enjoy gaming. I enjoy just doing this, man. With that being said, I'm TheGamingRaptor. Like, share, and subscribe again, and I will see you guys in the next video. Alright, guys. Peace out.